In the center of Europe, amidst the entrancing enigma that is Aarschot, Belgium, the silent echoes of a mystery reverberate still. On March 17, 2006, Tamara Morris, a vibrant young woman, leaving behind an unsolved mystery. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through Aarschot, a city trembling in the aftermath. The name Tamara Morris is now etched into its soul for eternity. Aarschot, known for its picturesque streets, was Tamara's home. Her infectious smile and vivacious spirit touched all who knew her. On March 10, 2009, a teacher was walking in the forest in Aarschot, preparing for an outing with her class. Suddenly her dog disappeared and did not return when she called her name. The woman left the forest path to look for the pet, when she suddenly made a gruesome discovery. Under a pile of leaves lay a human skeleton. It turned out to be Tamara Morris from Aarschot, who went missing 3 years earlier. Next to her skeleton was some clothing, including her bra. Tamara grew up with her mother Betty and her 3 brothers. Betty described her daughter as a real rascal, because as a child she often climbed trees and jumped from all kinds of high structures. Tamara was not the type of girl who liked to wear dresses, but preferred normal pants. Because the family lacked a father figure, she did her best to help her mother with everything. When Tamara was a little older, she obtained her diploma and enjoyed riding her motorcycle, a Yamaha. In terms of work, she had chosen a career as an accountant. In March 2006, 26-year-old Tamara went missing under suspicious circumstances. After a day of grocery shopping, her boyfriend Frank came home to find she had vanished, leaving her belongings and cash behind. Only her wallet and phone were missing. Despite extensive searches by the Belgian police, no trace of Tamara was found. A breakthrough occurred 6 months later when a woman handed in Tamara's wallet, found in a nearby forest, but this led to no substantial clues. Another ray of hope came when Tamara's phone was traced to a new owner who had bought it second-hand, but the original seller couldn't recall where he got the phone, leaving the investigation at a standstill. Tamara's loved ones endured 3 years of uncertainty before they got answers in March 2009. Around 4 p.m., a Latin teacher came across Tamara's skeleton during her walk, under a mountain of leaves in the forest. Investigating the cause of death proved to be a difficult task, because Tamara's body had gone through the entire decomposition process in 3 years. No traces of violence were found, but it was certain that the woman had died of an unnatural death. She may have been strangled. It was noticeable that, among other things, her bra was lying next to the body, folded. It could not be determined with certainty whether she had been abused. It was clear that she had died shortly after her disappearance. Tamara's family and boyfriend knew immediately. She must have been murdered. Tamara and Frank had just booked their summer holiday and were in the process of having a house built. The couple had no relationship problems. She was also not the type to just run away and start a new life. The contact with her family was very good. The detectives also assumed that Tamara had become the victim of a crime. The location was reason enough to suspect that. Tamara had no connection whatsoever with Hoé, the district where the body was found. Hoping to find a trail or clue to the perpetrator, police combed the area where Tamara was found. Only some jewelry was found that later belonged to Tamara. Research into her telephone traffic showed that Tamara had not called anyone except her brother and Frank that Friday. This led investigators to suspect that the perpetrator had been at her door. There were no indications at her home that violence had occurred, and it could be assumed that Tamara knew the person at the door and that she voluntarily went with that person. According to investigators, she had left the house with the intention of returning soon. Frank, Tamara's boyfriend, was questioned by the police several times during the investigation and even took a lie detector test. He cooperated 100% and turned out to have nothing to do with the disappearance or murder. He had a watertight alibi. When Tamara's mobile phone made contact with the transmission tower in Linden, he was demonstrably at work. Frank worked for years to find answers in the case. During Tamara's disappearance in 2006, her employer went to court. Because of her disappearance, the accounts were examined, and it turned out that a large sum of money was missing. The company filed a complaint for embezzlement. An amount of more than 57,000 euros is said to have disappeared between 2003 and 2006. According to the company, most of the money was deposited into her and Frank's joint account. Frank had also exposed the fraud himself. After Tamara's disappearance, he looked at their bank account and was unable to place certain transactions. He then informed the police. Frank himself thought that others must have been involved. The family suspected that Tamara's murder had something to do with the large sums of money that had been transferred, yet, according to her mother, she had nothing to do with the theft. She noted that Tamara had called her a few days before the disappearance, saying she was scared. During that conversation she asked if she could come over, but her mother was not home at the time. Perhaps she would have wanted to say something then that would have been important evidence now. No one will know. Her face, forever young, smiles from faded posters on Louvain's city walls, a silent plea for answers. Despite the passage of time, the community has not forgotten her. Her story is retold, her memory kept alive, in the hope that one day the truth may surface. Yet, the question persists. What occurred to Tamara Morris on that ominous day in March? Enigma remains unresolved, her murder an open wound in the heart of Aarschot. The case of Tamara Morris, frozen in time, continues to confound investigators and mystery solvers alike. In the world of cold cases, Tamara's story is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery. It's a tale that continues to unfold, its final chapters yet to be written. In the end, the truth may be as elusive as Tamara herself, but one thing is certain: as long as her memory endures, the search for answers will continue. The mystery of Tamara Morris, the girl whose life vanished into thin air, remains unsolved, a chilling testament to the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of a mystery. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories from the annals of cold cases. Until next time, keep seeking the truth. Please like and subscribe.